We always left the porch light on.
If one day we have nothing, we'll still have stories.
Then let's make good ones. You bought wildflowers instead of roses because they looked like they grew without asking permission. We shared one coffee and two straws, counted loose change for gas, drove with the windows down, and pretended every back road led somewhere important. You pointed at abandoned barns and imagined families, dogs, birthday songs, and Christmas lights. I realized then you didn't just see places, you saw possibilities. You kept every handwritten note, every ticket stub, every faded receipt. You called them proof that ordinary days deserved remembering. You fixed broken drawers before replacing them, watered plants before yourself, and always turned back to make sure nobody was walking alone. Nobody applauded those things. You never expected them to. Maybe love is simply paying attention. If we never own much, let us own kindness. If we never become famous, let us become unforgettable to the people we love. If tomorrow changes every plan, let it never change our hearts. Walk with me through crowded cities and quiet fields. Hold my hand when words fail. Borrow my hope when yours gets tired. I'll borrow yours when mine forgets how to shine. We rented a tiny apartment with squeaky floors and windows that whistled in winter. The couch leaned left, the sink dripped all night, the heater quit twice, and the mailbox barely closed. Still every friend stayed too long because laughter somehow made the place bigger. We hung pictures with crooked nails, named the stubborn spider in the corner, burned pancakes every Sunday and called it tradition. You always walked nearest the traffic. You always noticed crying children before anyone else. You carried grocery bags for neighbors, remember birthdays without reminders, called your father on random Tuesdays and thanked cashiers by name. The world called you ordinary. I quietly disagreed every single day. We got lost outside a little town with one gas station and a diner that still used paper menus. We shared fries, watched old couples argue over pie, and promised if we ever grew old we'd argue just like that and still split desserts. Somewhere between midnight and sunrise, I stopped wondering if I loved you and started wondering how I ever existed before you. I still remember your nervous smile before interviews, the way you rehearsed conversations in parked cars, the way you apologized too often and celebrated everyone else's victories louder than your own. You carried invisible doubts like heavy luggage. I wanted nothing more than to help you set them down. Maybe courage looks a lot like staying. If storms arrive, leave the porch light on. If dreams break, save the pieces. If hope goes missing, search together. If fear gets loud, answer with laughter. If one day we have nothing, we'll still have stories. And let's make good ones. You bought wildflowers instead of roses because they look like they grew without asking permission. We shared one coffee and two straws, counted loose change for gas, drove with the windows down, and pretended every back road led somewhere important. You pointed at abandoned barns and imagined families, dogs, birthday songs, and Christmas lights. I realized then you didn't just see places, You saw possibilities.
You kept every handwritten note, every ticket stub, every faded receipt.
You called them proof that ordinary days deserved remembering. You fixed broken drawers before replacing them, watered plants before yourself, and always turned back to make sure nobody was walking alone. Nobody applauded those things you never expected them to. Maybe love is simply paying attention.
If we never own much, let us own kindness.
If we never become famous,
let us become unforgettable
to the people we love. If tomorrow changes every plan,
let it never change our hearts.
Walk with me through crowded cities and quiet fields.
Hold my hand when words fail. Borrow my hope when yours gets tired. I'll borrow yours when mine forgets how to shine.
We rented a tiny apartment with squeaky floors and windows that whistled in winter.
The couch leaned left, the sink dripped all night. The heater quit twice and the mailbox barely closed.
Still every friend stayed too long, because laughter somehow made the place bigger.
We hung pictures with crooked nails, named the stubborn spider in the corner, burned pancakes every Sunday and called it tradition.
You always walk nearest the traffic, you always noticed crying children before anyone else.
You carried grocery bags for neighbors,
remembered birthdays without reminders,
called your father on random Tuesdays and thanked cashiers by name.
The world called you ordinary.
I quietly disagreed every single day.
We got lost outside a little town with
one gas station
and a diner that still used paper menus.
We shared fries,
watched old couples argue over pie, and promised if we ever grew old we'd argue just like that and still split dessert.
Somewhere between midnight and sunrise,
I stopped wondering if I loved you
and started wondering how I ever existed before you.
I still remember your nervous smile before interviews,
the way you rehearsed conversations
and parked cars, the way you apologized too often
and celebrated everyone else's victories louder than your own.
You carried invisible doubts like
heavy luggage. I wanted nothing more
than to help you set them down.
Maybe courage looks a lot like staying.
If storms arrive,
leave the porch light on.
If dreams break,
save the pieces.
If hope goes missing,
search together.
If fear gets loud,
answer with laughter.
Build little rituals,
Friday pizza, Sunday coffee,
birthday letters,
long walks after rain,
terrible singing,
dancing in kitchens, names carved into nothing but memory.
There will be hospital rooms, job rejections,
engines that fail,
months too expensive,
people we lose too soon,
silent drives home,
empty chairs at holidays,
photographs that suddenly we always left the porch light on.
If one day we have nothing, we'll still have stories.
Then let's make good ones. You bought wildflowers instead of roses because they looked like they grew without asking permission. We shared one coffee and two straws, counted loose change for gas, drove with the windows down, and pretended every back road led somewhere important. You pointed at abandoned barns and imagined families, dogs, birthday songs, and Christmas lights. I realized then you didn't just see places, you saw possibilities. You kept every handwritten note, every ticket stub, every faded receipt. You called them proof that ordinary days deserved remembering. You fixed broken drawers before replacing them, watered plants before yourself, and always turned back to make sure nobody was walking alone. Nobody applauded those things. You never expected them to. Maybe love is simply paying attention. If we never own much, let us own kindness. If we never become famous, let us become unforgettable to the people we love. If tomorrow changes every plan, let it never change our hearts. Walk with me through crowded cities and quiet fields. Hold my hand when words fail. Borrow my hope when yours gets tired. I'll borrow yours when mine forgets how to shine. We rented a tiny apartment with squeaky floors and windows that whistled in winter. The couch leaned left, the sink dripped all night. The heater quit twice and the mailbox barely closed. Still every friend stayed too long, because laughter somehow made the place bigger. We hung pictures with crooked nails, named the stubborn spider in the corner. Burned pancakes every Sunday and called it tradition. You always walk nearest the traffic. You always notice crying children before anyone else. You carry grocery bags for neighbors. Remember birthdays without reminders. Called your father on random Tuesdays and thanked cashiers by name. The world called you ordinary. I quietly disagreed every single day. We got lost outside a little town with one gas station and a diner that still used paper menus. We shared fries, watched old couples argue over pie, and promised if we ever grew old we'd argue just like that and still split desserts. Somewhere between midnight and sunrise, I stopped wondering if I loved you, and started wondering how I ever existed before you. I still remember your nervous smile before interviews, the way you rehearsed conversations in parked cars, the way you apologized too often and celebrated everyone else's victories louder than your own. You carried invisible doubts like heavy luggage. I wanted nothing more than to help you say